Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Oh, wait. I have to hit that button, don't I? Start recording. Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. Oops, sorry, not Twitch and D&D land, YouTube and D&D land. Hey, we are now on YouTube as our streaming platform. If you want to know why I'm doing this, pretty much look at everything Twitch has been doing recently and look at all the growth and consistency that YouTube has been doing recently. So, yeah, it's an easy choice for me. I'm not missing out on much money by leaving Twitch, and I have nothing but opportunity by joining YouTube. So this is where we're going to be from now on. If you do enjoy this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those three iterations, though, help us out tremendously. Sorry about the quality of everything happening right now. It should be a lot better by Friday. I'm still transitioning everything over, so it's going to take me a little bit. If you're interested in joining us live, you can follow the channel and join us live. You'll get those notifications as well as whenever we upload our videos. And the fun part about this, everybody who's watching here on YouTube, is you can go back and rewatch it as it's happening. So you don't have to worry about, hey, man, I lost out on the first 15 minutes. Guess I'll wait till later. No, you can just rewind, rewatch it, move the speeds up, adjust everything you want because YouTube is a fantastic service out there. And it's perfectly free if you want to do that. We are going to be setting up all of the other monetizations on YouTube, but that'll take me a few weeks anyways. But don't feel obligated to do that. Just sit here and hang out with us as we're trying to enjoy some games. And outside of that, unfortunately, I don't have my Stream Deck hooked up, so I have to do everything manually. Let's jump into the action. Hello, everybody. Can somebody say something so I know I can be heard?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Something.
There we go. Alrighty. Bastion, tell us what happened last session, and I'm figure out how to play some music now.
So last session, a lot of discussion. We took quite some time. So we started the last session in a resting place, trying to avoid those terribly creepy undead called as the Lonelies. We had a intense debate on should we continue to not miss our lift with Captain Seashore, or should we rest and risk to have to find a way to go back on our own? We chose to stay, to retake our resources, do a long rest, and on the morning, Mikit used an Arcanite to go and scout the area and find a great place where all undeads seem to be pulled toward. We then left our hideout and the security of the hut and sneaked to this big temple-like place. In there, from the other side of the street, we noticed a big door with a puzzle in it. And Kaya and Mikit went to this door. Mikit translated the draconic inscription, and with a bit of luck, we managed to figure out the puzzle and get in the room. But it made a lot of noise, and we were attacked by one of the Lonelies that grabbed Ayn by the arm. Fortunately, we managed to get in the room, close the door behind us, and cut off the arm, being safe-ish in this area. We met in this area a Azimar cleric of the Crystal One, whose name is, if I remember correctly, Lysian or something like that.
Lydane.
Lydane.
Lydian, Lydane. They're all the same name. It's fine. Call her Marsha. Make it easy.
Marsha. All right. So we met
No,
Marsha.
It's Lidane. It's Lidane.
Marsha, how do you know that name?
We got a quick discussion with her, and we found what we were looking for, being one big tree, where we only see the canopy, but the tree and the roots and trunk went down probably 200 to 300 feet down in a huge hole, if we can call that, in the temple. So the temple, if I can call it that, was more like, seemed more to be like a place of reunion, where with benches, tables, stuff like that, where people can just come and hang out in this area. And we started to investigate the surroundings while we had a priest discussion at the entrance between Ian and Indian. Creve flew, that's the English word for like, flew down the Holy Moly hole, found a whole lot of undead down there, and a sleeping Cerberus, like a big three-headed dog, while on the top, Kyle managed to, let's say, acrobatic his way to some big black bowl, and make it get to him also at some point. Big black bowl in it that ate what we were throwing into, including daggers, arrows, and stuff like that. And in the end, we found that in that bowl was a corrupting deva that just wanted to be freed, or at least not corrupting the tree anymore. So Mikit, with a successful dispel magic, managed to disturb at least the bowl, so that the corrupted deva's blood wasn't pouring into the tree anymore, hopefully saving the tree. And we ended there, preparing ourselves to jump in the hole and discover what was waiting for us down there.
Alrighty. So, we did a slight retcon, everybody. Just a slight one. Since Rorik was here the whole time, he wanted to ritually cast which spell while you were waiting?
I believe it was detect poison and disease. Yep.
Nope, that would be it. Rorik, unmute yourself.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
It's fine.
Yeah, it was just him basically while the party was talking for 10 minutes, he was drinking a nice cup of tea with a yew leaf in it.
Mm-hmm. So, you all float down there in 2 different cycles before landing near the base of this ancient and well-revered tree within this culture. You land on the ground. This time you all have to touch the ground. And the soil seems incredibly loose and light down here. It immediately kicks up slightly as your feet impact into it, and you look around yourselves at this wide open chamber stretching on for maybe 100 feet in either direction, 2 walls that those of you with increased sight can see. And for those of you without that increased sight, you have Kyle with his little glow ball. As you look around, you see the base of this tree, which has many scar marks into it. Different gashes and cuts all the way around this base. And you look over at these 3 pods that you see on this side of the tree, each of which you can see a skeletal form of an individual, well, nearly skeletal, drained form, as if the muscle, the fat, and everything else inside of it has shrunk down to near non-existence. And these forms are all inside of these wooden pods, and they all seem to be unconscious, but possibly alive? Now, what's the radius of detect poison and disease?
Let me scroll up to see. Within 30 feet of me.
Okay. As you land downwards, you also identify the kind of poisonous creature, or disease in each case. Wow, but locate trap doesn't do anything except tell you there's a trap. Sorry, I'm still... Anyways. As you are landing downwards, Warwick, you sense this dirt around you is poison. However, it is not a poison that would affect humanoids. It is meant to affect wildlife, and most particularly, flora. One that stops them from growing larger, ingesting more nutrients, or regaining their strength. And it seems to be scattered across this floor.
And given I had used the divine sense, I can tell this is still desecrated ground.
Yeah. Also because, pods of defiled bodies that may or may not be alive. But yes, the divine sense as well.
That's normal, Yeah, no, Rurik will share his findings with the party about the soil. I can, I don't know, that UT helped clear the sinuses a bit, and I can just kind of smell it,
Well, perhaps those people soiled themselves further before they got in that state.
God damn it, Grieve.
That's pretty clever, but for the good job keeping everyone's spirits up, though, Grieve.
Exactly.
Regarding
Someone has to do it, Perpetually optimistic, that is me.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. That being said, given the current situation, we might need to find the source of this poison and stop it if we want to heal the tree.
Right. Well, do we want to heal the tree?
I mean, I assume so. It's a sacred tree.
Well, I thought it was desecrated. It would take a lot more work than we can do right here.
But it is a start.
Well,
you said earlier there was a teleportation circle somewhere nearby. Get to it, I can copy it down, and later, when I am powerful enough, I can use that spell to just teleport us all back here at pretty much any time we want. Almost any time we want.
right. Well, before we do that, I suppose we will have to take care of this Hellhound. I'm calling it a Hellhound, no matter what you say.
Wait, can I take a look at it? And I'm assuming it's like just around the corner or something, and Rurik would take a peek.
You have to walk over to the far wall that is underneath where that large building on top of you would be able to stretch. And as you are walking towards it, are you just walking?
Before I do this, quick question. my not familiar, fine steed, Buster, the celestial bastard hound. Is he still alive?
Nothing's happened to him thus far.
Okay. Well, if it's a hound, you said, so maybe it could be reasoned with. And hey, Buster, you think you might be able to talk to them?
I can certainly try.
Well, that's Omen said. Well, that's
Yeah, he would do that.
well. Personally, I think it's a natural law of the universe that dogs are, and canines in general, tend to be good-natured. So let's see if maybe we can get by. Has anyone got any jerky on them?
Hey, maybe don't speak too loud. If I know something about dogs, is that they don't like to be woken up.
Except by belly rubs.
It seems
Feel
to
free
me
to.
this dog is there because it's guarding the door. And, well, I would suspect that whoever put it there did so because it's, well, a more potent watchdog than just a simple regular dog. I mean, if you go over and feed it jerky, we might lose our chance at surprising it, taking it by.
Well, if
We have the upper hand right now.
you're right,
So you want to kill a
but
dog?
it wouldn't hurt to see if we can get by it. Although, given this terrain, I suspect it might not have good intentions for us, but I think that we should at least give it a try. So I was thinking I will approach it along with Buster here. Aridy will be close behind me, and everyone else, you can take a position nearby that may be out of sight, or at least just ready in case this doesn't go as peacefully as I hope.
Well, fair enough. I just think maybe we should, while it's still sleeping, maybe we should have a closer look at these bodies. Who knows? Maybe once combat ensues, and I am fairly certain it will, then maybe they rise from the ground to drag us into the dirt or something. Maybe we can take care of the problems separately instead of doing it all at the same time.
Well, given the state they're in, if they're alive, they're in incredible pain once they quote unquote wake up. They may be undead, in which case we should be burning them before they have a chance to wake up.
Exactly.
Oh,
And, well, it looks to me they are more undead than alive, at least.
well, one of the other reasons I had that tea earlier, aka the protection from, or not protection, the detect poison stuff and disease, was because it helps me identify that sort of thing, that these zombies that we saw previously had that fungus, that diseased fungus or something in it, that I should be able to detect it easier now before it can
Right.
get to us.
Which comes to mind. I'll when they say that, I'll use my once a day detect magic and try to look around this area with it.
What's the radius of detect magic? 30 feet, right?
30 feet, yeah.
As you take in the surrounding essence, you can clearly see that there is magical necromancy attached to the pods. Roll me a perception check.
It's 14. Oh wait, no. Detect magic is concentration, so 10.
10. Okay, there's definitely necromancy attached to the pods themselves. And that necromancy filters into the soiled ground that you are standing upon and stretches deeper and deeper into this land. How do I put this? There's also a very powerful source of transmutation magic underneath the tree in the shape of some type of oval. This source of power is pretty considerable to any magic that you have detected before in your life. And that's all you pick up within 30 feet of you.
Yep. I will. Well, whatever it is, we have to solve this issue somehow, since all the pods are a source of necromantic energy that's been diffusing into the land, and there's something considerably powerful below the tree. It's transmutation magic, although I'm not too familiar with that school of magic, but yeah, it's considerably powerful down there. So I don't know what the risks are.
No, I saw that thing earlier. I think maybe we should. Well, it might be too big to carry with us. How large was the thing again?
When you saw it underneath the ground, I would put it at about 10 feet wide, 15 feet tall.
Right.
In the shape of an oval.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question. What was the cleric is still with us, right? What was her name again?
No, she's up. Well, yeah, she would have came down here because, yeah.
Lindine?
Goddamn. Ladine.
Ladine. Ladine, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, if those individuals are suffering perpetually like that, merciful thing, put them out of their misery. Whatever the hell that animal is deeper in there, we probably need to kill it. And you said there's a giant transmutation magic source thingy under the tree? She looks over at McKeet. You're the smart one. No.
If I were, I'm not as smart with magic stuff as McKeet or Kale here, but if I were to take a gander at it, if just assuming things when crops go bad, that might be the source of the trees, either corruption or maybe that would be the spot we need to heal.
Well,
Probably.
transmutation in general, that's altering energy and matter. Conceivably, that transmutating oval object could be the source of the poison if it wasn't the diva's blood. Or at least it can be another source of the poison, in which case we would need to get rid of it. But in order to do that, we need to dig our way down quite a bit.
Right. Well, Rick, maybe you can convince the dog to dig for us.
Well, we'll have to find out, but as I said, with the current environment that we're in, let's go into this optimistic, like you, Creve, but be ready for it if things go badly.
Well, first thing first, the pods are an issue because it's bathing the area in necromancy, and maybe we should, since it looks easier to get rid of quickly, so either resolve this first or the dog first.
If you are proficient in Arcana, roll me an Arcana check.
Good question too. The pods, these are like plant pods, right? Like pod people, plant pods or something?
None of you have approached close enough to examine them. You're within 30 feet, but you need to get close enough to really look. Everybody's kept a pretty safe berth at this point. Holy shit.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
I heard pods, so I didn't know if it was like a plant pod or like a futuristic pod.
We'll find out.
I am not good with gardening related magic, apparently.
Yeah. It's also the fact that you're working off of nothing but words. Like, where's the paper? Where's the test? Ugh, you need your number 2 pencil.
Alright, well, if the pods seem like the biggest worry first, I'm gonna approach one. Everyone, stay back. And yeah, Rorik will probably just slowly approach one to get a better feel for it, kind of thing.
All right, roll me a d3.
Oh no.
I just want to figure out which one you're going towards.
Can I go toward?
Pods, like do we, just a quick question, do we see pods everywhere in the area and probably also on the other side of the tree, or just on our side?
As of now, nobody other than Krieve has adventured further out from where you are currently standing. If any of you wish to go look around, you may do so, but this tree is so large, you cannot see around it. And there's plenty of space on the other side. But
Also,
somebody needs to tell me they want to go look around.
Oh, that's what Rorik's trying to do a bit.
Okay.
But when I get closer to the pod, does that proc off my detect poison and disease thing?
No more than you were already detecting in this area.
Okay.
So you
Rorik, sorry, I thought you were cutting.
He was already approaching them. Let me resolve this aspect. You slowly approach over towards it, Rorik. Looking carefully, examining. And as you get up, close and personal, this pod is made out of a very deep brown and gray coloration. It stretches all the way up and canopies over the head with just the front, which looks completely cracked open, where the individual is leaning forward outside of it. There are multiple grooves going all the way around, stretching around this pod, and it does resemble a seed, in your opinion. As you get closer to the individual, roll me a perception check. Oh, hi, Carl. Welcome. The individual inside appears to be human, though they have very sharp-pointed ears and, like, canine teeth in their mouth. Their eyes are completely yellow and open, though they are unmoving whatsoever. The ribs and the chest is completely visible against the stretched skin that lays upon them, with no possible way that this individual is alive. I mean, you've seen malnutrition during your time in service. This is so far beyond what could kill somebody, and just basic training would tell you that. However, you still see the body kind of either instinctually breathing or breathing itself.
And now that I have a closer look too, does it look... So this person's like not fully in the pod, but partially?
Their body is completely in there, but the crack that opens up is around the head and the shoulders and down to, I'd say, the diaphragm on the stomach.
Okay, and now that I am up close and seeing this, is it evident that if this person, like, apparently they're breathing, is it clear that, like, this thing is sucking the life out of, or, you know, whatever it is, out of this person?
That you cannot possibly determine with what you currently have at your disposal. You would have to do something to determine that. Do you want to examine the body more closely?
I mean, I want to put this poor person out of their misery, but at the same time, let's.
All right.
Rick wants to just kind of look a little closer to understand it real quick before he does mercy kill or euthanize.
All right. So you take a couple of steps forward. While you're doing this, is anybody else doing anything else?
I take a couple steps back.
That's fair. You're on the cusp of your vision in there. Like, eh.
I would like to sneak toward the dog and just stay there in order to see if it's still sleeping and make sure that we are all warned if it wakes up.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. So,
Yeah.
if that's everything, Warwick, you move closer in towards the body. And roll me a medicine check as you're approaching. You see the chest is rising and then falling. But it's not moving in the way that a creature would be breathing. It's moving in the way as if a body is pumping, almost like a gas pump. And as you see that, the creature moves its eyes up towards you. Does a 21 hit?
That does hit.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I was about to make the same thing, Crew. I was like, oh shit, it's not breathing. There's something in there.
Yeah, just-
18 points of piercing damage and 12 points of necrotic damage as the creature
Oh shit.
shoves its
Ow.
body at an incredible speed and sinks its mouth into your neck and starts sucking against your blood aggressively. I would like everybody to please roll me initiative. Actually give me an opposed athletics.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's better than my initiative.
Yeah, just give me an
Okay.
opposed athletics.
Jesus.
Dirty 20. You all get ready to fight as this happens, but Warwick, you grab the creature's head and like rip it off of you forcibly and just back up a little bit, grabbing onto your neck. You sense a disease is inside of your body, however, you're immune to it.
But with the
Paladin.
quick thing, with the detect poison and disease thing, I can tell what kind of disease it is, right?
This is an otherworldly disease that does not exist within your plane of existence. However, your deity can inform you of a disease that can add perpetual life to an individual forcibly if imbued into them, but most of the time breaks their psychosis for at least, a couple hundred years. It is referred to as vampirism.
Oh. I was about to say that attack sounded a lot like a vampire.
Yeah. Rick will like kind of turn to the rest, like, you know, rub in that part that just got bit. Vampires.
Keep in mind,
Yeah,
none of
what?
you have ever heard of a vampire in Exandria.
Really? Oh shit.
They're not known about and or exist in Exandria.
Oh, then I wouldn't
Yeah.
know what vampires. Okay.
No, but because of your spell, you can learn that. You don't know what a
Ah.
vampire is, but the disease is referred to as vampirism.
Would I have been able to have heard of them before?
Because of the association in... Roll me a religion check, Creve. It's not a very high DC.
Quick question too. Would maybe Makita know because he's from Tal'Dorei and during the whole Critical Role,
That is
the bribe.
metagamey knowledge, but I can tell you none of that information was actually given out to the public, and they kept it quiet for a reason. Information is dangerous when sick people want to take advantage of it.
Okay.
19. Kriev, you are aware of what vampires are. A plaguing disease that rippled through the Plate of Shade and other worlds from creatures that were born undead and chose to make others in their image. Their only true mystical power that they innately have is the ability to give other creatures immortality. However, they were persecuted to, like, no end across everywhere that you are aware of, because that is complete defiling of the process of life.
Vampirism, you say?
Yeah,
That's
everyone.
I thought
I don't.
Let Kreef talk, please.
vampires were almost, well, eradicated from my understanding. They're not very, well, there's not very many of them left. Well, it can, of course, just spread up again, I suppose.
Kreef, you would be aware of vampires compared to vampires. Vampires are individuals that do not defile the sanctity of life, but instead contract vampirism through a willing transference between individuals, and their life is extended to about the point of elven aging. They're not disgusting, evil, defiling creatures. Vampires, oh yeah.
Well, so what you need to know is that vampires are, well, basically very dangerous and very evil for the most part. I don't think I've ever heard of a good vampire.
I'm gonna have to ask you about how you know so much and anything you know about these vampires later. But for now, I do believe we are under attack.
Are we? I mean,
Well,
I'm a
the
bit
creature
confused because
the creature looks like it wants to move towards Rorik, but it's stuck.
Right.
When I called initiative, I forgot about the fact that it still can't leave.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
this
chained
Is it-
animal at this point.
this one here is rather stuck, and that's when Rourke will do the either stab or decapitate to finish it.
Sure
But
thing.
the others might not be, so we need to be careful.
Kyle, what were you trying to say?
Is it making any noise? The creature stuck in the pod?
A low hissing sound, but nothing too terribly loud.
Is there any reaction from the dog?
No, not at all. And I'll put you at about 50 feet away from it, because if you get closer, if it happens to open its eyes, it would very easily see you.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of obstructions down here, so you're a good distance away, but you can see it. You can hear it, but for something else to hear it would be obnoxious. Vorik, you quickly stab the creature and keep talking, and a moment later it starts moving again.
Yeah, that would be
would
the
I
point of
have known?
decapitation.
Would I know about sort of the right way to take care of a vampire?
On a 19, you know they're incredibly durable and regenerative creatures. Even decapitation does not just kill them. Roll me a d3. Let's see what method of killing them you are aware of. 3. Divine damage. Any type of radiant energy that is forcibly thrust into them or through them or on them can actually kill them, if it's enough to kill them.
Well, you need light, radiant energy to take care of it.
Lundine, can you? And basically, mechanically, Rurik's kind of asking for Sacred Flame or something like that.
Oh, yeah, sure. And she walks up with her sword and stabs it through the head with a divine smite and pulls it out.
I thought you said she was a cleric.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Does she have that spell?
I don't know. I am a lightning sorcerer. I have no idea.
Yeah. She does not have Sacred Flame. However, she has a different spell. It just matters if she's gonna use it right now.
If she doesn't have it, I'll just Sacred Flame it
But if
in
it-
her stead.
Yeah, I was gonna
Guys,
say if
wait up a little bit. I thought maybe if you don't know about these things, then well, it's your chance at immortality, as it were. So if you want,
Akita's very interested all of a sudden.
just let them nip a little on you, and it should be.
I mean, there's enough pause for you to try out, Mickey. I'm gonna test out shooting enough fire at it till this one melts or dies. And she just Sacred Flames it just to test it out.
Alrighty.
How noisy is a Secret Flame?
It's fairly noisy, and as you combust it, you hear the creature screams out in pain as the radiant energy scorches through its body and burns like embers from the inside out until it is nothing but embers lying on the ground. Kyle, you're the one who's up close and personal with the puppy dog, and, well, since you were away, I didn't want to describe what it looked like. However, it is a huge 3-headed hound with armor plating all over its body. Kyle, you were the only person who was actually close enough to it to, warrant a bit of concern. However, now it is becoming conscious, and let me move you all to the right map, and we are rolling initiative.
That thing's terrifying.
I feel like I've been in this area before.
We're still just using the generic maps, man.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have good maps in the future. It's just not enough good maps. In all honesty, I'm working on moving things over to VTT if I can. So I'm not allocating more time to setting up things I don't already have in Roll20. So,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Decapitating the vampire didn't stop the screeching?
Well, it still screeches for a period of time. The creature doesn't have as good of a perception as Kyle, but it's still pretty fucking good. 3 heads.
Okay. Yeah,
It
that's
can
fair.
hear. And I get to throw my armored Cerberus at you all.
We'll say, can we set ourselves up for every red bead? Because I would definitely not be that close to it.
I know. I'm moving you guys further away.
Okay.
I'll move Arite off. Warwick is a little closer. Kyle is way too close for comfort, and this creature is all the way down here. Kyle, you see the creature begins waking up, and it moves its 3 heads, and one of them, listens to the screaming before it stops for a moment, but then it just easily walks forward, and you see the tension of the chain connected to its neck easily snaps as this creature walks.
Since, just as kind of like a reaction to seeing this too, can I have Buster do something?
Sure.
Hi there. Do you want to talk? Sorry, I can't do a Bust.
Hi
that
there.
voice
Do
right
you
now.
want to talk?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is not a beast. It will reply in Infernal. Food.
Shit.
Kyle, you're first.
So is everybody's aware that the Cerberus is awake, or just
They hear loud, deep grumbling, and a chain snapping. So they're aware something's going on. But you look back at them and look over at this, and well, yeah.
I will bonus action turn the dagger into the key into a dagger. No, action cast invisibility on myself. Bonus action turn the key into a dagger.
Okay.
I need the key to cast invisibility.
You break your stealth for a moment as the creature looks over in your direction, and you cast the spell, and then it looks a little confused. You were, but you cast a spell which reveals you, but now it doesn't see you, and it's confused.
And I will stick my way to this. Are those actual walls, or not? In the map?
No, there's no walls. It's just an open space.
Okay. And so I was there. I will half movement, stick my way in this direction. Do you want me to roll stealth?
Your bonus action stealthing? Go for it.
Yeah. No, my bonus action was to turn the key into a dagger.
Then you can't stealth. Your action was invisibility. Your bonus action was stealth. Unfortunately, casting invisibility is a verbal component, and the creature is aware of its surroundings, just not 21 aware.
Okay.
Alrighty. The creature heard movement in that direction and heard screaming, and it saw somebody, and, well, let me roll an intelligence save. Oh, wait, wrong button. Alrighty. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. It wanders forward a little bit until it sees all of you over there. And the three heads are going to move upwards. Dex save from actually Rorik and Buster. Oh, Buster's gone. Rorik, however, managed to dodge. As the three heads move backwards and shoot outwards, you see this globule of fire that's almost solid slams in your area and sinks into the dirt. And Buster, unfortunately, was hit by a portion of it when the damage will be more than 10.
Oh, no. Is he like a Buster statue now, though? Like, the whole... What's that? What was that volcano? Pompeii?
That'll be 22 points of fire damage, and yes, he is turned into a statuette as it lands on him. You will suffer 11 points of fire damage.
Oh man, off to a great start with taking all the damage.
Rorik! Your turn.
Oh,
and we can just remove Buster. Yeah, he's a solid petrified form.
Well, quick thing before I do anything. We did say I did say Radio was going to be behind. So is he going to join the combat? Because he's a big heavy hitter in our party.
Did he tell anybody they can control his character sheet?
I don't think so.
No, he didn't. I don't think he specified that. Shit.
Yeah. He's going to have to do that eventually. Yeah, I'll control him.
Alright. Regardless, now that's taken care of. Rurik will... Yeah, this is not good. This three-headed dog is a mean, possibly rabid three-headed dog. So he will kind of try to get here. Yeah, here sounds good. Kind of like get its attention, kind of like, hey, over here. And take the dodge action. And yeah. Actually, I should have prepared that spell. That would have been fun. Oh well. Yeah, that's Rurik's turn.
Okay. Makit, your turn.
Okay, let's shout out. Guys, that was infernal. and it thinks for food. I think we're gonna have to deal with this a bit more violently. And I will do a good old stopping sting. Oh, damage there.
Sapping Sting. So con save? Oh, it rolled low. Oh. 16? Is that your save?
That just means my save. Wow, this is not a
Alright.
good sign.
As you throw out your spell, it kind of like smiles over at you as one of the legs buckles a little bit. No. An infernal, of course. This is not a well-trained puppy.
Backing up.
Kyle, you got to add all those features to your character sheet so I can actually find them when you bring them up. I don't see it.
Well, anyways, that'll be my turn.
Kreve, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to take a couple steps forward. Over there. And who in the group can understand Infernal?
You, Makit.
All right. All right. So, I'm trying to. I'm going to say something in Infernal to the dog, and I'm not sure how I should. I can whisper it to both you and Makit then.
Sure. Me first, of course.
Yep.
Quiet.
So, yep. And gonna roll intimidate with that.
Oh.
For fuck's sake.
It smiles over at you.
Can I use my inspiration to redo that?
You have to declare it beforehand.
I know.
Yeah,
For fuck's
you're
sake.
just so used to being good at it. It smiles over at you as you say that.
A deal's a deal.
I'm whispering it to Nikki now.
That's perfectly fine. So that was your action. Next.
I'll take a few steps back again.
Bonus action, anything?
Nope.
All right, Ein, your turn.
Muted. I'll move like 25 feet there.
All right.
Basically, we're in an area where the ceiling is like hundreds of feet tall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll cast 4th level. What is the thing? Yeah, 4th level. Call lightning on it. Why not?
Okay, go for it.
I'll use the
Dex.
channel divinity to max damage it at 40 damage.
It rolled a 14 on its dex save, which is a failure, I believe. So what's the damage total? 40?
40, yeah. 40.
As this creature snarls in your direction, Kreve, after what you just said, Ein just runs over and opens up this gigantic storm cloud that just into the creature, causing its entire skeleton to erect and start shining and glowing underneath its skin as it exhales slowly, and all of you are like, holy fuck, that was incredible.
Yep.
It looks
Oh, yeah,
over at
and-
you, mildly perturbed by that damage.
Yep. And because of this class feature, he gets pushed away 10 feet.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, wrong way. That way.
I thought you said it was huge.
It is
Oh,
huge.
it's huge. Oh, yeah,
It's
never
pretty
mind
huge.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't move. But it
Yeah.
starts laughing because that amount of damage, it makes it know that it's going to have fun.
Oh no.
then. And I just hold up my shield and, like, ready up, and that's the end of my turn.
All right. Arite, we'll make a copy of Arite. This Arite is not the real Arite. I'll mark it as not a real Arite. That Arite is going to take attacks while Arite moves closer towards it. Cool. Umbra Slice. Hit. Hit. Damage. Damage. Due to its experimental nature. Somebody roll me a d4.
Ooh. Yeah.
3. Okay, it is not immune to acid damage then. So that is going to be 7 plus 12 is 19, 29, 34 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty, it takes the slices of attacks from Arite, and yeah. I believe that's going to be his turn. Kyle, do you have that ability in your character sheet for me to look at?
Not yet. It's level 9. It's
Oh,
just a
okay. Then at
question
level 9, we'll
for
worry
the
about
next.
that. Cool. Go ahead. Your turn.
Dagger. No, bonus action hide. No, I'm invisible. I don't give a shit about that.
You're
I just-
invisible. You already have advantage.
I throw the dagger to it.
Alrighty. Yeet!
And no, it doesn't work anymore. All right, I just roll once more after because I have the triple advantage. My macro
All
doesn't
right.
work anymore.
25 hits. 26 hits. It was just
Ugh.
lagging. Don't you get extra damage from the dagger?
Yeah, plus
Oh,
one.
yeah. Yeah. So it takes 20 points of damage. The Cerberus has the dagger plunge into its side and then look down at it and over in your direction. It's still confused that it doesn't see you before the dagger goes away, and it looks more confused than it does hurt.
It does see me now because of this BBT in break.
Oh yeah, now you're visible. Haha. All done?
No. I would like to cast Shadow Blade with my bonus action.
Shink. Now you're dual wielding.
And go hide behind somewhere like that.
Okay.
Not aligned with Rorik or something, but somewhere like that.
Okay, it does not recharge its lava breath. Oh wait. Shit. How many hit points does Arite's Echo have?
It's like it's hit and it's done.
Oh, then it's
Yeah.
done from trying to hit the creature. Lava sparks off its body.
Oh shit.
Yep. So Krieve, 25 feet of movement. Krieve, it looks interested in you. It looks gleeful over at Ein, and then somebody stabbed him. It's probably going to go after Ein, let's be real.
Wait, what about Rurik? He's been just this old man, like kind of like, hey, hit me, eat me, like Tommy Lee
Yeah,
Jones.
but where's the fun in that? Ein throws lightning. It's going to go after Ein.
Shit?
Bork, 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 bork. Does a 22 hit you?
Of course.
I need you to give me a strength save.
Oh no.
As the creature charges over at you and leaps into the air, pouncing on top of you. You are now prone underneath one of its paws. Also, from the pounce attack, you are going to suffer 13 points of slashing damage.
So what's the concentration save for that?
Not done yet, and 3 points of fire damage. 13 plus 3 is 16, so con save, DC 10.
Yeah, failed. The cloud disappears.
And now the 3 heads are going to try to bite at you. Only 2 of them get to bite, though, since it's pounced. With advantage. Natural 16, I guarantee hits you. That'll be 12.
16, no. Oh, yeah.
Natural 16.
Yeah,
it has a big
hits.
bonus. Yeah. That is going to be 12 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage.
3 points of fire.
And a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's another 12 piercing and 3 fire.
12 piercing and 3 fire. Okay. There you go.
Alrighty. Rorik, your go. You see the creature gleefully strikes over towards Ayn and knocks her down onto the ground.
No, bad dog, bad dog. Yeah, I can get, yeah. And this is technically flanking, right?
Ayn, are you still threatening it underneath its paw?
I mean, the spell disappeared, so I don't know how threatening I am.
All right, well, yeah, no.
So yes, you're flanking. You're flanking. She's prone. I'm not going to give you flanking. Yeah.
This is a bad dog, and Rorik has had his longsword out because he stabbed in the vampires. So yeah, bad dog. There's a 10 hit. Oh wait, no, that's advantage. That's right. No, wait, you said no advantage.
No advantage. 10 does not hit.
Okay.
You strike out and you land against one of the metal platings. Ting. 14.
Man,
you
advantage
land
would
against
be so nice right now.
You would land against another metal plating. Ting.
Hey, bad dog. No.
One of the heads looks at you, but the other 2 are still eating.
Yeah, Rorik's gonna look directly at the head that's looking at him and just kind of point with his sword. No. Bad.
McKeat. Oh, by the way,
Okay.
Ayn, did you account for your hit points? Everybody, did you account for your temporary hit points from Rorik?
Yeah, is the only reason I didn't go down.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Go ahead, McKeat. Sorry for interrupting.
I lost mine from the vampire.
I will just double take at Creve, then look over to Rorik. It's not a dog, it's a devil. And then, because fire probably wouldn't be very effective. Well, I may as well at least try to see how well it handles a gravity sinkhole directly above it.
Okay, what's that? Con save?
Yep.
15?
Ooh, it fails.
All right, now we know at least a natural 2 it fails. So 26 points of force damage being drug upwards above you all. Roll me a d6 for fall damage. Wait, it only pulls it 10 feet closer, right?
Yep.
All right, so that's only a d6. So an extra 1 point of damage. And go ahead and roll your damage. Oh, you did, so 27. The creature's looking a little rough now after that, as it kind of like slams and cracks its one paw a little bit. And all done?
Well, supposed to explain words, I'm gonna say, I mean it's from the 9 hells. That'll be my turn.
Creve, you got a couple of looks from McKee, but hey, everyone else is cool. Are you talking?
Yeah, I was muted. I give him a couple of looks back and just squinting my eyes a little bit, and then I'll let's see this. Yeah, I'll take a bonus action to cast Hex on the Cerberus.
Alrighty, it's hexed.
And then I'm gonna run over there. And pew pew.
$14 hits, 17 just barely hits. So that is a total of 25
Yeah, plus 2d6.
plus 2d6. Yeah, 25 plus 3, so 28.
Yep.
All right, it's looking pretty rough now as you strike into its backside a few times and it snarls over at you. Ein, this thing is no fucking joke. Go ahead.
Ah, my back hurts. So I'm grappled, basically, right?
You're restrained under its paw.
Oh, yeah.
Because
so,
of the size difference, it's not just the grapple.
Yeah. All right. So
one
0
thing.
movement then.
Yeah, Creed?
It has disadvantage on strength checks.
It does, because of gravity sinkhole.
No, because of a hex.
Oh, you're a hexy boy.
Yeah.
Strength ability checks it has disadvantage on. Thank you. Go ahead, Ein.
Yeah, I'll throw. Let's see. I'll throw second bonus action to just heal myself just in case. For 11.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it. That's good enough padding. I hope. Yeah. So for my action.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
You're no longer restrained. I forgot. Gravity sinkhole lifted it up and it dropped back down. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you're just prone.
Yeah. So I'll just stand up. This is a hard choice to make. Yeah, I can't cast spells because I already used healing word.
Cast cantrips.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of an option to like see if I have anything else to do. Fuck me. Let's see. Why not? I'll just double buffer myself. Why not? Fuck it.
Pulls out a band-aid. Ah. All done?
Yeah.
Alright. Arite does not realistically gain any real benefits from having his echo out right now, I don't think. Except Unleash Incarnate, I guess.
No, he can attack from the echo.
Yeah, but it dies from trying to attack it, so.
Oh yeah, and
But it's still one attack.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
only one? Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah. So he's gonna run up and diagonal flank with Ein this time. Aha! Smort. And that one. Roll again. 21 hits. 17 hits. Boop. A boop. 15, 15, 30 points of damage. It is just barely still standing. Kyle. It is bloodied right now.
Okay. Is the area considered in darkness or something
Everything
like
down here is, yeah.
that? Okay. So getting closer to like here. And I will throw my Shadow Blade, and because area is dim light and darkness, I have advantage automatically.
Alrighty, go for it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that hits. Kyle, how do you want to do this?
Oh, the Shadow Blade just for that. Shit. I would like to. Let me think about it. So when I'm running, I would like to whistle to it. So it's 3 heads are turning to me and get a line. And the Shadow Blade, when I throw it, because it's a fucking Shadow Blade, it gets through all the 3 heads at once.
Alrighty. The creature slowly turns its gaze in your direction as you go and throw it. It just pierces one after another through the creature before it lets out this fiendish howl. And on the very cusp of its existence here,
Freedom.
before it shatters into embers everywhere and disappears. Alrighty. So, you successfully killed the dog guarding that other room. And all of you are left coughing a little bit from the embers in this region, just burning up the soil and that little bit of poison. And it's just, now it's harder to breathe down here.
Also, Rourke's just coughing because he's old.
Fair.
And
Yeah, we'll go with
as
that.
soon as it dies, I'll move the hex onto one of the vampires.
Omen
Just
has
to
a
keep it
sigh of
up.
relief since it wasn't him for once.
Wait, is that why you
Here.
keep your hex?
Just other potential targets.
I mean, it makes sense because then Omen dies and you just Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's why Omen's so bad at one thing at a time. Just
Omen, I need you to sneak
Omen,
around.
go look, flies into a tree. I hate you. Just
I said look. Yeet. Oh God.
pretty bird.
Hey,
pretty
it lasts for
bird.
up to 8 hours. I can't just let it fade
Yeah,
away.
I'm kind of trying to figure out
Whoops.
who's more abusive to their familiar, Willie or Creef?
That is a duo I don't want to see in the same game. We have fun here, everybody, so don't forget to like, comment, and
Yeah.
subscribe. Anyways, the dust settles after a few moments. However, the air still feels heavy and difficult to breathe. For any of you that require breathing, and I have to bring it up because D&D, random things, you're going to have disadvantage on any stealth checks or charisma checks made by speaking because you're coughing down here.
I just have to check. Is it like filled with smoke or something?
The embers burned away a lot of the poison and dirt from that creature, and that leaves a whole lot of dust, dirt, and everything else filling this entire area. It's dust particles mostly, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Am I able to just blow it away with gust of wind?
You can certainly try.
I'll take my
Yeah, why
fancy
not?
cape and just wrap it around my mouth and nose.
Oh no, he's already role-playing vampires.
Oh god.
I was actually gonna have Rourke do the same. Well, maybe not the cloak, but some cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep-
I'll use the gust of wind to just try and blow the thing away.
Makit, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just look over to Creve and Inferno. I'm saying, we'll be talking later, my lord. Last two words sarcastically.
Now, as you cast Gust of Wind, you all watch as the particles in the area start getting pushed up towards the ceiling. And Ein, roll me a survival check. Yeah, let's call it survival.
Oh no, the one thing I'm bad at. 8.
Yeah, you keep knocking it up, but it's only going to be out of your guys' way for like up to a minute after you stop trying to do it. You're not getting the right pattern to like shoot it up the hole, and damn it, it's So how long does that spell last? 10 minutes, I think.
1 minute.
Okay, yeah. At the end of the 1 minute, you all had 1 minute of breathing, okay, and then it starts settling and moving around again. It's really fucking annoying.
Oh.
We'll only be talking if I want to.
Well, that was.
I respond back to Makit.
Infernal, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Rourke.
Yeah, Rourke's coughing as it settles down. That was one problem taken care of.
Yeah.
I guess last thing is let's take care of these vampires.
Let's at least try to burn it.
Right. Well, hang on a little bit. Fine. We'll take care of them, but maybe we should just take a little bit of their blood for posterity, as it were.
Insight check.
There's no inciting one another in our games, dude. You know that.
All right. Shit,
Yeah.
I forgot.
It's your choice to trust him or not.
Creve, I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't think anything's a good idea? Ugh, you paladins.
Wait, I thought Rourke has been pretty agreeable so far.
Yes.
But Creve.
It's well, like just a friendly jab, you know.
Yeah. No, the dog is still in that petrified state of the cooled embers.
Oh, okay. I mean, we could, assuming Mikit could make anything out of it.
Well, I assume it's out of character higher than CR6.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
take like metagaming speaking, Owlback can take up to 3 huge creatures. So if we take out like the winter owl shit that we have in it, that won't be a lot of use. We can put the Cerberus in it.
No, the Cerberus went into like embers and shit, didn't it?
No,
There's still aspects of it remaining. I roleplayed that, but there's still aspects you can use. It's dead.
Ah.
Yeah. You could collect the embers. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll carry
let's do
the.
it.
While they're doing that, I'm going over to. Oh, sorry, Ein.
Ah, it's okay. Go for it.
I'm going over to one of the vampires that looks like it's properly restrained and unable to get to me, and I'll pull out my spear and jab it in the foot and take
Well, you
out
can't
one of
see
my...
the foot. It's only the diaphragm up around the heads revealed inside of the seeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, then
So I gently stab it in the neck. Or chest or head. I mean, like, those are your options.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'll I'll take the blunt end of my spear and jab it into its mouth.
Yeah. All right.
And,
give me a opposed athletics. Let's see how you can manage that. As you move closer, it does.
All right. And this is I'll do it on the one I cast Hex on.
Okay.
With these shitty rolls.
If you didn't realize from its body's malnutritioned form, it has a -4.
Okay.
It did fail.
All right.
I was about to say, like, if it passed, well, malnutrition, like, and stuff.
And disadvantage.
Yeah, no, it's just...
All right. And I'll just jam the spear back and just use it as a lever to just yank its head back, and then pull out my dagger, stab a hole in its neck, and pull out an empty flask that I have from a previous cure potion, and just drain some of its blood into the flask.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand check for this, because it will be trying to struggle. Not very much, about on par with a toddler.
Yeah. Oh. 20.
Oh, that is definitely high enough. Yeah. I'll say that you fill 1 small vial worth of vampire blood. Roll me a nature check, actually, Creve.
All right. Just write this down first. $19.
There's these golden glowing bits and green glowing bits inside of the blood. And where you stabbed it, the blood as it pours out appears to be thicker at moments and a bit thinner at moments. It's kind of strange.
Okay. Hang in there, buddy. I say, I'll yank out my spear again. And yeah, I'll use prestidigitation to just clean my hands in case I got some blood on them. And
You absolutely did, yeah.
yeah, and put the vial in one of my pockets.
Alrighty. So, during that time, I assume everybody was cleaning up all of the bits of the creature.
The con save was just because I forgot about my the detect thing's concentration.
Oh, good call. Ledane comes walking back over, adjusting her pants a little bit. I heard a little ruckus. Did I miss anything? I just had to go to the bathroom.
There was a really big bad dog.
Y'all fought it without me?
It awoke because the pod people, they're actually vampires. So we're going to kill them all.
Oh, perfect. She aims her sword at one of them and guiding bolt. Let's see if she hits.
Oh, I mean, Rogue was going to try to do this without using up, okay. No, that's her choice.
And they incinerate.
I just imagine she just, like, shotguns it. Like, she just flips her sword around, points it like a shotgun, and then...
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, they're dead. Oh, by the way, there's like 6 more on the other side.
Oh, that's...
Or, sorry, there's like 6 more on the other side.
Oh, let's get to it then.
Sure.
Sacred flame, guiding bolt, sacred.
I look over at Omen while they're doing this, and you know what's coming.
Yeah. Warwick, as she and Ein are gonna handle the situation, she's like, "Here, hold this for a second," and like shoves her shield into your chest, and then puts her blade over her shoulders and walks like that over there. She looks over at you, Ein. That was a good test. At least I know he's actually not fake.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
He's been pretty steadfast all along.
Rorik, you're looking at a large platinum shield that's semi-reflective and almost translucent at moments in the shape of a dragon's head that is clearly some type of spiritual homage to the crystal one.
Well, while its owner is taking care of things, Rorik just kind of like looks at it, and it's probably a well-used kind of shield and stuff, right?
It's flawless. There's not a single mark on it at all.
Oh, should I was gonna have Rorik just kind of polish it a bit. Well, okay. No, never mind.
I mean, you can if you want. I mean, you know. But yeah, between the two of you, Sacred Flame, Guiding Bolt, Sacred Flame, Guiding Bolt. I'll mark down those spell slots of hers. Where's my pencil?
Pyromaniac clerics. Hell yeah.
Yeah. You know, your group isn't that bad.
Yeah, sorry about the dust. That damn devil dog kind of left it behind before disappearing.
You'd think one of those smart people would know how to clean up a mess.
Looks away. Yeah, I know, right?
But anyways, they both walk back over to you guys and thumbs up.
Good job, you two. Here, Lindine, here. And hands her back her shield.
Thank you. She lifts it and like hoists it onto her back. It's good to know you're not a fake. One of the other people I ran into was a fake.
A fake? A fake what?
Worshipper of the crystal one. There's actually a lot of them in the world. They use that as an excuse to be able to move around and do whatever they want. It turns out a lot of them are fakers, so I've gotten in the habit of putting the shield on them, and well, if they're fake, they can't lift it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's can you teach me how to do that for my shield too?
Oh, I have no idea how to do it. It's the shield that does it. Yeah.
Oh.
Standy right here doesn't like people who are fake.
That's understandable. Everyone gangster till radiant damage.
I mean, radiant
mean-
damage is kind of absurd.
I mean, unless you're a totem barbarian, but then they're only gangster till psychic damage comes out.
So now all of these vampires are completely destroyed and incinerated from the radiant essence and energy. There is nothing remaining of them. However, I think this would be a good place for us all to go on break, don't you think? Everybody?
Yay.
We will
All right.
be right back. and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic time today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, I said it again. Yeah, we're not on Twitch anymore. We're on YouTube, y'all. Maybe we go back to Twitch one day, but until they fix their shit, we're here on YouTube. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in following along in any of these games, rewatching all of the previous sessions for our 7 campaigns, all inside of the same living universe, or if you're interested in joining any of our games, you should definitely reach out and let me know. You can follow our link to our Patreon down in the description below. That gets you access into our exclusive Discord server, as well as access into our community and potentially into any of our games. They are pay to play, so keep that in mind. But I believe that's going to be everything from me. Yeah, we just played that intro twice. Don't worry about it, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Just played the intro twice. That's all. My bad. Anyways, hello, players. So, you had just killed and incinerated all of the vampires inside of the shells, these little pods down here that they seem to be perpetually stuck and alive in at the same time. What would you all like to do now?
I would like to see what the dog was keeping, guarding. Like, is it a door? Is it a pathway?
It is a door. As you approach over there, you see that there is an ironclad door with a very intricate locking system in place.
I would like to inspect it from traps first.
Go for it. Roll an investigation. Anybody else during this time? Keep in mind, this puts you about 100 feet away from everybody, Kyle, just to make sure you're aware.
While
the usual.
while Kyle was approaching the door, Rook probably noticed, but while he's probably checking for traps, Rook sees him and just starts approaching, kind of casually.
Okay.
Just
Anybody else?
I'll try communicating with the tree again after everything, all of these things have been eliminated.
Alrighty.
But
Yes, Mickey.
I'm just mostly minding my own business, but also keeping an eye on Creve. I understood what he said after all.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm sorry. I need to close that chat or else I'm never going to be able to pay attention to the game. All right.
Creeps keeping an eye on Mikit as well.
Yeah. Anybody interested in joining our Patreon, keep in mind we do have a chat called If Pets Took Selfies, and it's great. Anyways, you two are looking at each other while Ein is talking to a tree and Kyle and Rorik are trying to unlock a door. Ein, you approach up to the tree. I assume you start with your traditional sup bitch.
Yeah, I'll deliver a greeting again and try asking it like, is there any improvement from before?
So much death. So much death. So much pain.
Well, it's a doing from some powers way above any of us, so I apologize we couldn't help you more than what's done now.
Help me. Help me spread the pain. Spread the death.
Oh boy.
Oh crap, the trees turned evil.
I'll be like, all right, noted. Slowly back away.
So, on a 14, Kyle, the locking mechanism on this door is incredibly intricate and deliberate, and there are other markings of archaic script upon it that you cannot easily decipher. You cannot discern any traps, but based off of the look of the intricacies that are put into this, there is more than likely traps here. It's just you don't know what they are. You didn't roll low enough to go, nope, not trapped.
Kale, if you're speaking, you're muted still.
True that.
So there are definitely traps, but I can't figure it out.
You okay?
All of you are like that right now.
Yeah.
Should I try to open the door from a distance? Or just like knock it open and but if we make noise, a lot of noise.
Well, I mean, I'm here to help out as much as I can.
You guys really should have taken one of those capes, you know.
Okay.
No.
No, Rourke has a little cloth over his face. He's just old.
Yeah. And also,
Yeah.
our role-playing coughing, let's lower it a little bit, because that was really painful.
Yeah.
Just really painful. Headphone users.
Oh. I mean, if do we know if the door is magical itself?
Who had
I
detect
had the
magic up?
magic.
Ein? It's been longer than 10 minutes. Ein's detect magic
Yeah.
is gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can ritually cast it if you want.
I mean,
So
I can
long
open
as-
any kind of lock, being magical or not.
Well, to be fair, it's a door. Like, how hard can it honestly be? Here, let me try. And she raises her hands towards the door.
You'd be surprised, Lindy, in some of these.
I stop her.
Excuse me?
Apologies for Kale, but he has a vast experience with things that try to kill him when he tries to unlock something.
I've never come across a door that tried to kill me.
I have.
You've never come across
several times.
mimic doors?
Well,
What's a mimic door?
Oh, don't tempt me.
Gallo and that other guy said you were fairly new to this, yes? So maybe take some advice from your, the veterans.
She now seems a little younger in her demeanor as you...
But seeing as we're going this for now, do believe I'll approach the door, and once it's in range, I will activate my specialize.
You do not detect any illusions or hidden creatures.
Huh. Alright. What about that arcane writing? Would Milkael be able to translate that? Or prove if he approaches?
If you're proficient in Arcana, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and...
Okay, I'll cast guidance on myself.
And just to prevent a repeat of my last roll, I'm going to be using Session Inspiration for advantage.
Very good. So we have dirty 20 and 22. As the both of you walk over to this door, there is a protective nature inside of the glyph warding around the door that is very intricate and almost hidden inside of this archaic looking script. By your best estimate, Creve, it is necromancy. and it seems to be emplaced on anyone who interacts with the door, or if the door moves past a certain point of openness. And this is a magical spell protecting it.
All right. So there's some kind of necromancy spell effect on the door. Maybe we can. Well, I mean, Kel, you have a knack for triggering these things.
I mean, we have two options here. The first is I try to open the door from a distance, and we all hide behind this tree or whatsoever while we trigger the trap, or one of you can try to dispel the trap before I try to unlock the door.
Yeah, I was about to suggest I try to save you, or it's likely to be horrible pain. I like you, Carol. So, I'm guessing whatever's protecting it is higher level than a 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do it twice. So, first off...
Intelligence check.
Oh,
no, it's an intelligence check, yeah.
Alright.
So reroll. 13 does not do it. What's the range of Dispel Magic? 30 feet?
120 feet.
Oh, okay. How close was everybody to it when McKeet was trying to dispel it?
Far away.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we gain distance before we try anything is the thing.
Okay, so you all look back from behind the tree. McKeet, you have to be close enough to see it, which means I'll put you at like 60 feet away. You have dark vision, but you don't have bullshit dark vision. You cast the spell on the door, and then you see this black, almost like flakes emanate around the door itself, and they stay persistent there for about a minute. It was very subtle, almost indistinguishable.
So you see, Lidine, sometimes doors are more than just doors.
Brett and I have been the only one able to see it, though. The rest of you are hiding further away.
Well, Krieve can always metagame mansplain as like a bonus action. But no. Yeah, you're right.
Also, 120 feet.
Oh yeah, Krieve is the only one with that bullshit vision. He can see it.
To be fair,
I
even if
see
Krieve
nothing.
couldn't see, I imagine he'd still say it.
Yeah, he can mansplain. That's his thing.
Yeah.
He'll get bitch slapped for it by a high-level cleric, but he can do it.
I believe what Krieve is trying to convey is just there's some dangers in certain entrances, traps, as you put it.
You don't
places like
always
this.
have to be so diplomatic in the way you say things. Sometimes the best way to say things is just being blunt. This is how it is, you know?
That's true, but also sometimes being blunt is the best way to get bitch slapped.
She
Well,
walks
is what
away
my
from the
wife
two
would
of you
say.
and goes hangs out with Ian. Oh my
Oh.
fucking god, how do you tolerate them?
Jesus.
I just pretend to not be here.
Brown man.
Men roll eyes.
Yeah.
Mortals.
I'm sorry, but just that interaction, we had the
folk.
mansplain and we had the simp all in one interaction.
Oh, wait. Wait, who's the simp?
You are.
Wait, how am I a
Fine.
simp?
I think I'm allowed. No, I'm fucking with you, dude. It's just.
What's a simp?
Oh, it's nothing to worry about. The word will be dead in 3 weeks.
Well,
It's
Oh,
Twitch talk for trying to demean somebody who endlessly advocates for a person that they are a fan of.
yeah.
well, at any rate, guys, I have one more attempt for getting rid of the magical trap.
Oh, let me have a look and see if it's still there or something.
Oh, it's almost certainly still there. As a matter of fact, I think I almost triggered it even from this range, judging by something coming out from it.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's triggered, like if we wait for it to pass, maybe we'll have a window of time where we can simply interact with the door without it exploding at our face. Don't, Reeve, don't you want to send Omen to push that door?
Well, if you give me 10 gold pieces, sure.
You all are so
Preface-
terrible. Why would you do that to a cat?
No,
You don't know the cat.
because he usually does. Because usually Crave is very, very, very bad with his cats. I was just joking with him. I won't let him do that with his cats. And
She picks up
get-
Omen and starts
Let
grooming
me.
him.
And Omen just immediately scratches her.
Maybe. Go
'Cause
ahead,
that's what he
McKee.
does. Yeah, he does.
Oh. I'm gonna say, if I want to do that, Carol, then fine. I'd much rather err on the side of caution myself.
What do you mean? Sorry, I haven't got it.
Oh, Kyle was offering to examine the door again to see if it's still active. He wasn't saying, let me go unlock it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm saying if he wants to interact with the door without me trying again, then go ahead, but I'm still pretty sure it's trapped. The spell is still in effect. And it's set to go off if someone interacts with it at all, or if it moves past a certain point.
Oh, I still have a way to just knock it open from here without interacting with it or touching it whatsoever, but it will be very noisy.
Well, give me a bit of a rest and I can pop in there with one of you and we can open it from the other side maybe.
I'd rather not lose this time. We don't have enough time to just take rest every now and then.
Well, be my guest and go ahead and try the door as it is done. I'm going to sit down.
Ladane leans up against the tree and just shakes her head.
I get closer to the door and inspect it.
Okay. Roll me a perception check as you're approaching. Your passive does not apply for what I'm asking for before you ask. That applies. As you are approaching, you see these tiny bits and flakes of gray ash that lie on the ground that was not there previously. And you look at the door and a lot of the writing kind of fell off the door and scattered in this area. Presumably that's the ash that you are looking at. And now it has arcane script all across it that now expresses a bit more of a story. What languages do you speak, Kyle?
Abyssal, Common, Elvish, Zoroastrian, and Necrol.
You somehow understand the language it is written in. The personal chambers to Delilah Briarwood. No admittance from anybody under any circumstances. This area has been cursed so that if a living being steps foot, they will be incinerated as you see before you. Their blood evaporating into the power that fuels the curse.
I turn back and say to the group, that... What language was it, by the way?
In that mysterious language that you don't know why you know.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Can I history check to see if I know who the Brotherhood is?
Very high DC for you, because you come from Jorhas, but you can.
Yeah.
Ah, that's 2 nat 20s in a row.
150
to me
years
very
ago. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You usually get like nat 2s in a row. 150 years ago or so, there was a member of the Cerberus Assembly by the name of Delilah Briarwood. She was... Actually, I need to get that information out so I don't fuck it up. Because you actually hit the interval DC that would learn that. She was considered the Archmage of Antiquities within the Empire. And for a period of time, she was also a spy that would interact with Jorhas on occasion, willingly trading information to them for specific information about the Luxon and different particular artifacts that could be found around the territory. This whole interaction only transpired over the course of 2 weeks, as the Jorhasian individuals she was dealing with were slowly driven insane, as was she. And after they broke off communications, that was the last thing that your land ever knew about her. The individuals who were interacting with her broke out of their insanity after a increased amount of time away from her. And the reason you are aware of it is because the den closest to your family association was the den she dealt with. And this was 150 years ago.
I'm dealing with quite a bunch of dens, so which one exactly? Like I have 3 dens in my backstory.
The one that your family like works with in Rasona.
Okay, so the nice one, the nice den, not the asshole den.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what you know.
I get back to the crew and tell them, well, like this trap is probably like triggered, but it actually triggered the information not go further inside, because it tells that any living people would die, and our blood would incinerate and boil in, and if we live, we just don't live anymore if we get in. So that's that.
That's everything you tell them?
Oh, and yeah, and and apparently, like, this is a private chamber of a Delilah Briarwood. Apparently,
Warwick history, Makit history. Continue.
from what I know her, she was a member of the assembly.
Well, I've never heard of her. So you say we have to be dead in order to get inside, or not be incinerated?
Well,
let me say something real quick. Makit, no idea. Warwick, however, yeah, she was 2 Archmage of Antiquities ago, and was also kicked out of the Empire for studies into deep necromancy after the loss of her husband.
I've heard of her. It was a bit kind of off brand, and also a story that my wife often told me sometimes was about just kind of the folly of trying to of necromancy and stuff. This Delilah Briarwood lady, she was banished from the Empire for dwelling to necromancy. Do you think she's the one who caused all this? Or kind of gestures to, the pod people, the tree, etc.
I don't know her enough, but that sounds about it. She was drove insane dealing with some of my people and dealing secrets and artifacts. I don't know what she found, but that may be the cause of this. And then she was never heard of before after that. Probably because she was banished.
Well,
Oh, that would make sense. I'll admit.
it seems from what I can tell, it seems like whatever is. Quick question, Joe. The room that's in there, is it look like it's a big room, or is it like a small office?
Creeve's the only person who saw it, but Creeve, you gave the description to everybody, correct? Yesterday or last
Yeah.
session when he wasn't here. Okay.
Yeah.
It looked more like a simple bed chamber with a few bookshelves and a study, and then a teleportation circle, and that was it. Like nothing else really. Very simple, very minimalist.
Well, is it, given from what we know, what's in there might be have some information we need, but there's clearly a warning about going in there. So, is it possible, Mickey? Can you do the eye thing again, and maybe use your magic hand to get things out of the room?
Well, if you mean arcane eye, then sadly not anymore today. I used both my 4th level spell slots.
Right. Well, what do we? You said this Delilah Briarwood. She was 150 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that. Well, I don't know the story, but is she? Do you know if she is gone, destroyed forever?
Neither of you have any idea.
Right.
From
But she
what
was human.
From what I know, and from what I've seen, what the Crystal Ones told me about these vampires, she seemed to be maybe dwelling into that sort of magic. So it's fully possible she's still alive.
Right. Or well, undead.
In
I
which
suppose.
case, she really needs to answer for what she did to those. Well, I mean,
Nikki, you interrupted Creeve. Please continue,
oh,
Creeve.
sorry, Creve.
No, I was finished.
Oh, it sounded like you were still speaking. I apologize. Go ahead,
Oh,
Nikki.
yep.
Well, if
Goddamn
she
latency.
I mean, if she is still quote unquote alive, then these vampires, I believe Creve called them, they might have been normal people before she got to them. If she was the one that turned them into what we saw, then she really needs to answer for what she did to them.
Experiments, you mean? These people were experiments.
Right.
Given the powers they were in, I actually want to think they were power sources. Batteries.
Would you like to roll an Arcana check? The two of you proficient in Arcana.
All right.
Well, that may very well be, but I don't think we are in the business of going out doling out justice, are we?
Creve, unfortunately, nothing. McKeet, you had a minor epiphany, and while they're discussing, I'm going to have you looking at the pods for confirmation about your epiphany.
All right.
So, continue, everybody else.
Oh, do we want to get in? Do we want to try? See what happens if we open this door? Like, the message said, "Don't get in." Like, nothing takes us from opening the door.
Well, let's make sure we're a safe distance.
Do you mind if I make some noise? I mean, the area is pretty safe now, right?
Should be.
All right.
There wasn't any other tunnel leading away in the on the bottom, was it?
Not that you saw. Keep in mind, your eyes weren't permanent. They only last a minute, so you kind of had to like stealthily fly, because sleeping puppy, and then head back up.
But but no like obvious exits. Other than
no
the
obvious
door.
ones.
Oh.
No obvious ones.
All right. Stay back, everybody.
Alrighty. Makit, you look inside of the pods as you were thinking, like, yeah, a battery source. And listening to what Creve was saying, what everybody else was saying, made you think more along the lines of necromancy and transmutation as they would converge with one another. And given the fact of what you saw upstairs, and these bodies weren't power sources. The power was coming from the diva upstairs. The diva's blood was being filtered down into these creatures, which was slowly killing them, but not enough to actually permanently kill them, to transmute the blood into something more defiled to input into the tree's nutrition. So they were the filters of the power. They were the power lines into the tree to defile it and give it that nutritional benefit of sullied, putrid, disgusting blood. And you look inside and you find all of the markings of where the blood would have gone in one section and out in other. Honestly, engineering-wise, ingenious. Ethically, beyond fucked. Literally made vampires to filter the blood of a celestial through them to filter it into the tree.
Oh. So, yeah. That's... Wow.
It's like a bad dialyze.
What?
A dialyze is like when you take your blood, like when you have a kidney failure, and like it takes your blood out and filter. Dialysis.
Oh, dialysis. Okay, that's all right. Cool.
Sorry, my English.
No, you're good. That's why I ask. I want to figure out how to translate your accent. So you're walking up to the door and unlocking it?
No, people are staying way back, and I'm using. I'm first trying to use Mage Hand to open it, still 30 feet away.
Okay, so from 30 feet away, you're going to Mage Hand?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Seems to right.
That is correct.
Not in a row, man.
So, right? I mean, to be fair, if any character is due good rolls,
Yeah.
Well, no, that's just because it's dice balance. Balances will be made. So yeah, he had crappy rolls before. He's getting all the good ones now for the rest of the campaign.
It only took you 25 sessions of suffering. That's all.
Next 25 sessions gonna be all pain.
All right. So, as you stand there and all of them are dealing with that, and you're far away just tinkering with it and looking over at the lock itself as you're trying to pick it carefully, you notice the intricate system in place on this has a bit of arcane lock imbued into the lock itself, which is impressive. Not to mention, it seems specifically engineered by somebody a lot smarter than you. However, the problem with constructing things is it's a lot easier to break things than it is to make them. So you manage to get around the intricate systems of what is in place, and you successfully unlock the door. However, in doing so, you did interact with the magic in place, and you are within 30 feet of the door. So, Kyle, I need you to give me a dex save.
Oh shit. Crap, I should have said it earlier. I was gonna have Rick be close by Kyle in case there was saves, but I think it's too late to say that.
I will use my DM inspiration of the day.
Okay. You don't trust more nat 20s coming?
No, it's just he's gonna get the fourth nat 20 on the advantage. Or
No.
close.
20.
Jesus.
Oh, good call. As you do that, you see all of those bits of dust, those flakes of almost charred essence from the door begin lifting up yet again, and they disperse with this foul-smelling dust that fills the area, and you immediately drop your thieves' tool key with your mage hand and leap the fuck back away from it as it fills that 30-foot area up to the ceiling with that defiled dust. As it is doing that, you can see your key is kind of shaking and heating up from this amount of disgusting magic filtering into it. Of course, it's magical, so it won't be destroyed, but it is being affected by this. And, this stays for about a minute in this area, but you manage to dodge out of the way because of evasion, no consequences.
I am happy that I rolled with advantage. just by curiosity, how much damage would I have taken if I would have failed? A fucking lot is the answer.
Do you want to try to put something in there and find out what happens to it? It's there for a minute, so you could experiment.
I sent an arrow in it, because why not, even if it's not living?
I was gonna.
As you toss the arrow inside, within 3 seconds, it completely incinerates and turns to dust.
Okay. Sit away from it.
Throw Omen.
Stand
Omen,
put.
tell me what this feels like.
Feels like pain.
Lidane will hide Omen, even if it is scratching her.
I pop him back next to my feet.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Oh god, no! I just imagine like you wind up to punt, and then you pop him back in at the feet.
Well, now I see what incinerating living people would mean.
Good thing we avoided that then.
So,
Indeed.
after that minute, Makit, you make your epiphany from your investigation, confirming your suspicion.
Oh. So that was the purpose.
What about a porpoise?
Purpose. Wrong thing, Rorik.
Sorry.
I thought he said tortoise, and she just keeps walking over towards the door now.
Wait, stop. Wait for the smoke to get down a bit.
Yeah, we waited for that moment.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I was saying. Yeah, after that, Makit got his epiphany, and now she's just like, okay, let's go.
Alright.
I will get in before her.
All right. Zoom! Through the door. I'm guessing we still don't touch the door?
It would probably be safe to assume so.
Oh, Kyle, you forgot your shit! Ah, that key is hot. Oh, fuck!
You alright?
She looks at her gauntlet, and the fingertips inside the padding were seared through. Fuck!
Lay on hands for like, I don't know, 1-2 points.
Yeah. But it did destroy part of her gauntlet just by touching it for a moment, just so you all are aware. Shit.
So,
Maybe I should put it in the bag of coding so it cools down a bit.
Bag of instant steam room. Just.
I mean, technically,
We
can't
would-
you just
we would
mage
have-
hand the? Yeah, you can mage hand the key out of it and just put it in the bag of holding.
If you really don't like someone, hand them the key.
Hey, can you hold this?
Hey, she
No,
did
we
that with her shield.
No, we're just-
I'll mage in to grab her the key.
Yeah, I was about to do that if you want. If you
Alright,
want.
so there's just the floating keys spinning around in circles now.
Don't touch my key, make it.
That is some foul magic. Jeez. So, as you step inside, KL, you see a fairly small room, only about 15 feet by 20 feet. At the bulk of it, you see that there is a bed in place, sitting on the ground, perfectly neatly constructed, with a very nice looking set of sheets and blankets and pillows. Very, very expensive. Though they look very aged and like they're about to begin to fall apart. Right at the foot of the bed, there is a footlocker that is locked with the same type of lock that you just unlocked, Kyle. Which you know is incredibly difficult to unlock. There's also a standing armoire, very tall, stretching to the ceiling, about, I'd say 10 feet high for the ceiling, which is also locked. But with this one, it's a mundane embedded lock inside of the armoire itself. To the left, there is a table that has a stack of 6 books on it, and one book sitting in the middle of the table that is currently bookmarked with a feather, a raven's feather. The desk itself does have 4 drawers, 3 on the left side, and a small one that goes across the top. And then, that is the end of the chamber that you see.
Opening the footlocker. I
well.
can't help it.
How well preserved are those books?
They're incredibly aged, but roll me an investigation. Go ahead and Thieves' Tools to unlock the footlocker.
Ah, here we are.
If you didn't have a key, it would have been broken. Jeez, all the 9s. All the 9s.
At least it wasn't in that one.
Oh man, that double nat one right there.
You pick up one of the books by the spine, and it rips the pages out by the spine. And you just start trying to like shove it back in and just put it down gently. They're aged. You're gonna have to be incredibly careful with them. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Kyle, you get your blade stuck in there a little bit. Shit.
Well, while it's stuck in there, I will use the key to cast knock on the
All right.
on the stuff. So it
You
just
all
opens.
hear a very loud, or sorry, it's this weapon. So a very loud click that echoes outwards into the chamber and into this open area. As you do that, your key gets ejected. Ding, 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 ding. Very nicely. And that lock is unlocked. Now keep in mind, Kyle, this is the most sophisticated lock you've ever seen in your life. Like, bar none. But yeah, it is now open. Do you open the chest?
Checking for traps.
Really?
Before.
Y'all are so
Yeah.
boring. Go ahead.
I was going to, even if you didn't make me 27.
I will start backing up while he's investigating for traps.
Brick or not?
The footlocker does not appear to be trapped. It was just
Opening
very
this
well
footlocker.
locked.
I open it while the spell is in effect. I have 10 minutes.
Already. You open up the chest, and you see inside a handful of items. there is a rolled up portrait of a beautiful, pale-skinned woman with a high-kept bun and very gothic-looking clothing standing by a well-chiseled and powerful-looking man, similar in dress, and both of them holding each other with a level of love and admiration that you can see is translated even through this picture. There's a locket in here as well that has the same image as this portrait, but in each housed section. Past that, there appears to be a diary. On the front of it, it is labeled Delilah. Underneath that diary, there's a set of, well, a few sets of clothing. The first one is a folded up long wedding gown. The second one is an incredible tuxedo. And by holding up the shoulders, and your estimate looking at Rorik and Ein, has a big motherfucker. Further underneath that, you see a purple blanket, small, fuzzy, with silk edgings all around the trim. And what looks to be the head of an owlbear, stuffed plushie, attached to the one corner. And when you unfold this blanket, it's fairly small, made for something very small.
That's it.
That's everything inside of the locked chest. Seems to be the most valuable items that she wanted to keep safe.
I'm gonna start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Very well.
Can I insight check? It's it might be investigation, but it's kind of like yeah, you already explained that the picture, like they obviously loved each other, but for the other things in there, like especially that the blanket and stuff, and the owlbear plushy blanket.
There's no insight needed. You're a father.
Hell.
Yeah. It's a honored tradition in the Empire that when you have a child, your friends typically work together to find a master weaver in order to construct a blanket specifically for that child, just in case anything happens. And typically speaking, they aren't this nice in quality, but given the fact that she worked for the Cerberus Assembly, it's understandable that she would have one that has a plushy owlbear attached to it, commissioned for him or her.
Rurik's gonna take a deep breath and then go go to the chair and sit down, because it's an office bedroom place. There's a chair somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd like to quickly go through the diary, and specifically the last entries.
Alrighty. The diary is also locked. I'm sorry. I know it's really annoying, but she is an incredibly careful person.
Trying to unlock it.
Go for it. That's high enough to unlock a diary's lock. It's not that intricate. And it's also not some type of arcane booklet. You flip through, and it is filled to the brim. And you get all the way in the back of this book. And give me a second while I get that entry.
By the way, all the items I've added them into the party loot.
Sure thing. So, are you ready to type? Whoever's taking note of this, are you ready to type?
Does anyone?
I write it down on my book, but as I'm not native, I'll probably miss some stuff.
That's fine. That's why we have videos that you can rewatch. May 17th, 1522. So 105 years ago from this
1522?
Or 1512, I apologize. 1512. Okay. I received an inkling into what transpired with my husband. It would appear that this level of foul energy is one that our magic is not capable of snuffing, of destroying. Yesterday I held his hand for the last time. That is what the doctor told me. He is already placed inside of the dungeon. I've seen to it that that physician will never see the light of day ever again. To believe that I, Delilah, would never hold his hand again and feel warmth is disrespectful to me and to him. There are rumors that agents of Xhorhas have magic to bring the dead back to life. They treat it as some type of religion amongst themselves, referring to it as a Luxon. Well, I believe this is my last entry in this book. From this point on, I should anticipate that every member of the assembly is my enemy, and that they can find out at any moment what I'm going to do. No matter what happens, I will feel his warmth, and he will feel his child. And that is the last entry.
I'm sorry. What last part about he will feel his child or he will hold his child? Okay.
Yes, he will hold his child.
Those are the words of a very deranged woman. I don't know what she thought to know about the Luxon, but she's definitely wrong.
What's a Luxon?
That's not something I can talk to, but I can just tell you that it won't bring anyone.
Quick question: was
In
this
the
read
sense
out
of-
loud? Like so that
No,
the
no,
whole
no,
party
I'm just-
knows, or did Kale just read it to himself?
For the moment, I just read it to myself while the other people are doing other stuff.
The only thing he said is what he said out loud.
Oh, okay.
Only thing you need to know, Crave, is that the Luxon is a very important asset to my people, and that it doesn't bring random people back to life.
Right. Well, but you're saying it can bring people back to life, and if that is, she seems very much into necromancy, and well, corrupting things from what we see here today. So I mean,
Is this Luxon thing you've mentioned, is it like this when it brings people back to life? That it gestures to all the necromancy shit?
I'll take out a locket of my like you know when people wear a cross. Well, I got like a small locket which is in the form of a dodecahedron. Luxon is the religion of my people. The whole dynasty lives and dies by the Luxon. It cannot be corrupted. And I put back the locket, the trinket.
And it's called a necklace, in case you need the English word.
Yeah.
seems to me most everything can be corrupted, especially powerful things.
Can you corrupt a god?
Well, I can't. Well, I don't think. Maybe a given time.
I believe
And
they're
charge,
called the
you know,
betrayer
but-
gods.
I'm sorry, I was really expecting Creep to go, I haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
But no, Rourke's gonna respond to that like, isn't that what the betrayer gods were?
But nothing corrupted them. They were. Well, at least that's what I believe.
Kyle,
Saying they- Right.
you can continue. Go ahead, Creep.
So you're saying they were already corrupt? Is that it? They were always corrupt?
Corrupt is a way of perspective.
Well, corrupt means that something is now different than it once was.
And
You can't create something that's always corrupted.
and to me, the betrayer is not corrupt. They are just what they are.
Well, yeah, that's a better way of seeing it, I suppose. But well, I'm not sure I would agree.
I don't think I would agree either, because frankly, we're still dealing with that one entity that brought us all together in the first place, if you recall. And we still don't know much about it.
Much about him, but yes.
Seems to me that anything with free will can be corrupted. But let's not continue that philosophical debate.
Indeed, we can discuss corruption however long we want, but would any one of us know anything about the teleportation circle, like a destination or something?
Oh, teleportation circle doesn't work like that. You'd have to know the location of another one first before you can use this one to teleport towards that other one.
So, from your perspective, is it still usable or is it disabled?
Out of character, I'm pretty sure it's still usable, but do they have to make any sort of check?
Is what still usable? The pods?
The teleportation circle.
Oh, you guys don't see it. I told you the wall seemed the room seemed only 20 feet by 20 feet, or 20 feet by 15 feet.
Well, I'll point out where it is.
Wall.
Specialize.
Yeah, that's an illusion.
Yep. I just casually walk through it.
So, as you all are standing there, what else would you all like to do? You still have the workstation. Makit tried to begin looking, but then he kind of ripped one of the books and took the time to make sure it was safe and protected and safe.
So,
Oh yeah, there was also the closet as well that we didn't open, right?
Correct.
but wait now. I'm a bit confused. You said the wall was the illusion, or?
Yeah,
Because we
there's an
didn't see
illusionary
the
wall. You saw through it with your special eyes when you looked in first, but when you walk in, there's a
Right.
wall here. But Makit, with his special eyes, sees through the illusion and just walks through.
Right, and the teleportation circle is on the other side.
Yes, it is. And it
Right,
still
yep.
seems to have a little bit of a glow to it. Not fresh, but there.
I like to, while I look at that stuff, I would like to open the wardrobe that was also locked.
Okay. That one is a much simpler lock, of course. Go ahead and roll. You're not at the point yet where it's an insta unlock. It's a DC 12. You can toggle off your whisper, by the way.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're good. Yeah, that, you very casually walk past it with your key and just click and walk away, walk to the side as it opens. And inside...
It's dropped!
Inside, there appears to be multiple different dresses, gowns, different social events that could be had through this wardrobe. And on the very bottom, there appears to be a sideways rack of shoes, some of them heightened, some of them shorter, and beneath that appears to be a jewelry case that can be brought out.
Yeah. I'm bringing out the jewelry case and opening it. Locked, I imagine.
It is not locked, no.
Oh!
There's only so many locks she would have, you know.
Oh yeah, I assume I finished ritually casting the detect magic.
Yes, you have.
Do I?
The magic circle is magical. There is... Roll me a perception check.
No.
All right, fine. Well, fuck you. Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm doing it. 2.
2. There is a book among the pile that is emanating magical essence, but you can't discern with a cursory glance which specific one it is. In addition to that, inside of the desk, oh yeah, Makit, you would have seen this with your bullshit vision. There was a 5th drawer that is invisible. It's pushed back about 3 feet, and it's tucked under the right-hand side, which was open.
Interesting.
But that's everything that's currently magical here.
I'll go and
Kyle,
check the drawer.
Okay. You reach over towards it, and because of your detect magic, you see the traces around it, and it can pull out. After it pulls out for a specific amount of time, it completely dislodges, and there's a physical wooden drawer that you can carry out, so you're not like halfway under the desk looking at it, you know?
And I'll just put it on the desk and look at the contents.
Okay. Kyle, the jewelry box is wide. Like, I'd say 3.5 feet wide in total. And you lift it up and you have to put it on the bed to filter through it. You have weak arms. But yeah. You look inside of this drawer, and there appears to be a lot of arcane descriptions, a lot of arcane theories, adjustments, and other choice things. Roll me an Arcana check as you look through.
Right.
Okay. All right, I'm getting it for you here. And just there's a handful of mundane items in here, and then there's a few more that appear to be magical components. You see that there appears to be all right, are you taking notes?
Yeah, all right.
Whoever's going to mark it down?
I mark everything in the party dot.
Fantastic. All right. There appears to be 150 gold worth of ivory. So one ivory rod worth 150 gold. There appears to be ruby dust valued at 200 gold. Diamond dust valued at 100 gold. A pearl worth 100 gold. There's also a figurine in here that seems to be made in the design of someone with white hair, glasses, and like a blue lapel jacket type of thing. That looks very valuable. And a few pages that, after you look through them, are a checklist of different types of magic she experimented with to see if they would work. Spoiler alert, none of the ones in here worked in bringing her husband back to life.
What? That ruined it for me, you know?
Kyle, however, you are finding yourself in an assortment of very valuable pieces of jewelry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Roll me a D13, or 4 D13s. Now roll me 4 D4. All right, please don't type in chat right now. I need to look at what he's doing and reflect it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. You find a bloodstone valued at 2,400 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You find a ruby valued at 4,000 gold. This appears to be some type of wedding band that she would have had. 13. You find an opal valued at 3,000 gold. And then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You find an onyx valued at 4,800 gold.
Oh, that's not that much.
And all of these are put into specific pieces of jewelry that she already had. all of the other ones appear to be mostly cosmetic. You can add in that you find various jewelry valued at 200 gold.
After I've checked the drawer, I'll go and have a look at the books, trying to sort out which one is the magical one.
Okay. Get your investigation on.
Rite, no. Oh, wait, you're not Rite.
Creve starts with the book that Makit just put back, and it rips partially. And then shit, and then just put it back, and
Makit senses tingling.
Literally 2 minutes after he put it back and walked into the illusion. Anyways, you look sideways instead, and it's the fifth book down from this pile. The spine has no writing on it. However, it does have a gold lace kind of filtered through it, where the string would be that ties the book together. It's a gold-colored lace that goes all the way through.
I'll take it out. And does it seem to have any locks on it?
It is not locked. However, this book does have writing on the front of it in some language that I'm pretty sure you don't speak. You don't have Hungrul, do you?
No.
Okay, yeah, you have no idea what this says. You look at it and go, that is gibberish markings?
Interesting.
Kyle's looking at all the big gems like, oh, nice.
We're rich!
All right, time to retire, everybody. GG, good game.
Yeah.
Build a nice little cottage outside. You'll be good. But yeah, you can't read what it says. And it is not locked. Though the outside of it seems to be written in a very... Not written. Seems to be written into a very dark brown colored, almost cracked leather.
Okay. I'm gonna start. After making sure that I've spotted everything, at least that I can see that's magical.
Yeah. Oh, the door's still magical, by the way. It's just it's open.
All right. Yeah, I'll just everyone. I see now that the door is still magical, so no touching, Lidine.
Zero, just while we are at it, so you don't have to go through your notes later. Do you want to give me the value of the figurine of, I guess, it's Percy?
No, I don't want to, because you'll have to find out what that value is.
Okay.
You have no way of discerning its value because you have no idea who it is and what it is. So, yeah. That's a potential plot thing you could use.
Wait, you're saying
And
it's
then I'll start.
Go ahead, Creve. Go ahead, Creve.
I'll start ritually casting comprehend languages.
Okay. Makit, I assume this entire time you are writing down the phone number of this magic circle?
Pretty much.
Cool. Yeah, that's something that takes easily 20-30 minutes. So, what are the other two of you doing? Because Creve has 10 minutes of waiting. Kyle has polishing, admiration, and potentially sleight of hands to do.
Yes.
Rorik, we'll go with you first.
Oh.
Are you still just sitting in the chair?
Yeah, no, he's just been like, he's just been sitting in the chair, like with this plushie, like the blanket in his hand, just kind of staring at it, kind of lost in thought as well as just conflicted about something. And he's just been doing that this whole time.
Ein?
I am short resting while they're doing this.
Mm.
Just gonna
Weaving.
chill. Yep.
Alrighty.
Wait,
Rorik,
does this count
as
as a short rest for
yeah,
work too?
you guys are resting at this point. Yeah. Rorik, as you're sitting there, Ladine walks over to you and kind of just like crosses her arms. All right. So what is it?
I'm sorry.
What is it?
It's just a little plushy blanket for a child. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I understand the question.
It's always like this to talk to them. I don't understand why. What has you down, young buck?
Sorry, I'm far from a young buck, young lady. No, I've just been thinking to myself about this, that, well, this as well as everything that was in that footlocker, well, I'm fairly sure my companions already found things that cost more, but everything that was in that footlocker probably was of the most value to its previous owner. And while I disagree entirely with what this Delilah Briarwood lady did to get enough to get banished from the Empire, I can't say that I don't understand it either.
You understand breaking the laws of your land
I understand.
and the laws of your
Dude.
god.
I understand the desire to do anything you want to. Sorry, no, let me rephrase that. I redact what I just said. To the desire to do whatever it takes to not lose the ones you love or to bring them back, but that's where you have to have the restraint to do the right thing, to make them proud. But, well, for this, he gestures to the little blanket. Well, as I said, this was probably the most valuable thing to them, and I'm debating whether to take it with me or leave it here. It's a bit silly, I admit, but
Yeah, it is. And it looks like she was right. Never understand them.
can I insight
She,
check? Who does she mean by them?
You may,
Or-
but she takes the shield and hands it to you.
Oh, sure, I'll hold on to it for you.
No, it's yours.
I'm sorry?
My teacher gave it to me. And she told me that I'll find someone who deserves it. We didn't really like each other that much. She trained me because I was the only person strong enough to fight back against her inside of our barracks. And when she died, I inherited this item, but with the caveat that my responsibility is to find someone who deserves it. Someone who she would be proud of.
I'm honored you think of me that way, but I'm not sure if that honor holds true to the real thing. I'm just an old man nowadays.
Oh, shut up. You speak way too clearly for you to do something like that. Come on. It's very clear you do the right thing. Even when facing adversity. The only thing I did when my friend went insane was hide and try to survive.
Well then, how about this then? As I mentioned before, I'm still an old man. You can probably tell I probably only got a year or two at most left in me. So, and Rick will hand his shield to her, because I highly doubt she's gonna accept the shield she just gave to him.
Yeah, no.
So, what's gonna happen then is you're gonna learn from this, and once you feel like you deserve it, I'm gonna hold on to this for you until you feel like you want it back.
Sure thing, old man. And if you die beforehand, I'll steal it from your grave.
Well, if anything, I'll bequeath it to that young man over there. He gestures to Aridy. He's
Currently picking
he's
his tooth
well-meaning.
with a dagger.
He's well-meaning, well, if a little bit foolish, like I was when I was younger. But well, regardless, it is what it is.
It is. But once we get out of here, I think I'm just going to go back home and maybe train some people. Regardless, enjoy it. It'll probably end up liking you more than it likes me. By the way, its name is Honor. Honor's last stand.
I knew it. Oh, does that mean that? Oh, fuck, that means she died. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Vorovic?
Maybe.
Okay.
So she will take your shield, but kind of just sheepishly put it behind her. And during this time, Makit, let me look at this real quick. Come on. Mikit, you finish copying down that circle perfectly into your notes. And you take a few moments, as this is your first time really looking at one really closely. And you actually start to figure out how it works. I mean, you're missing some diamond dust, of course, but after this hour or so of engaging with it, you think, hell, you might be able to try it.
Oh, something to think of for later. So many ways teleportation circles would be useful.
True. But with that revelation, unfortunately, you guys are going to have to wait multiple hours for Krieve to get you out of this hole.
Yeah. But do I can I start reading, looking into the book to see just the gist of what it is?
How about we get to that next session?
All right.
Because that's going to be a lot of fun bits for you to figure out as you can now comprehend Hungruul. Anyways, players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. For everybody who showed up today on our YouTube channel, our first stream over here, I hope you enjoyed it. And to anybody else who showed up, and maybe this is your first time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow along for more of this content. We will see you all next time. Goodbye.